Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, but it's for me. And yeah, so let's do a review on Dune. I like to upload movie reviews on my other channel, but that channel's dead. So no, I don't even have time to make videos on my main channel or even put effort on editing in my main channel. So yeah, that channel's dead. Now that other channel, Dose Reviews, I'm still gonna try doing something on that channel. But yeah, Dune. Usually I like making long videos because I got a lot to say about a movie that I review. But this one, I don't got a lot to say. So yeah, and also spoilers because there's not much spoilers. So I might spoiler like two things that aren't really the main thing. But yeah, spoilers. So yeah, Dune. It's a science fiction movie that is based on a book and has inspired many science fictions, books, comics, media overall. You know Star Wars, yeah, inspired by Dune. Oh, Game of Thrones, yeah, same. They're all copies of Dune. Dune is the inventor of the science fiction genre. That's what everybody would make you believe. So yeah. Now, before I start talking about the story, I gotta tell you this right at the jump. This movie is pretty hard to watch in the beginning. The beginning, it was just a slow, extremely slow burn. I was trying my best to not sleep. I was trying my hardest to, listen and try to understand the story, but it was pretty boring. So I will admit I did miss some stuffs like the other faction's motivation of going to Dune and invading it. Like, I'm not sure if they're there because they want to fuck with the Duke, or they just want the spice for themselves. So the story, I find it pretty interesting. I like it, but what I really find it more interesting is the theme. Like, what it's based on is what I find it way more interesting. So the story is all about, foreigners going and occupying a land and taking the resources for themselves. It's basically, the spice wars. Like, you guys remember that back when we were fighting over spices? It's like, damn, we fought over this? Like, if they wanted cumin, I could have gave them some. This is stupid, but yeah, this is a story about colonization. Back then, we used to fight other countries, or we used to kill the natives in that land for resources, because nowadays we don't do that. We don't bomb other countries or purposely prey on poorer countries for a service that they can't afford, and then when it comes time to pay for that service, they just let that country take a piece of their land. So yeah, we're more civil nowadays, so we don't do that barbaric shit. And it's specifically taken place where guns weren't invented, so it was back when soldiers were using swords to fight each other. Now, I thought I was gonna hate that part. It's like, man, what the fuck? They're using swords than just using a gun? Like, this is the future. Like, at that time, they should have lasers or something. But I actually do like the theme it takes, I thought I was gonna hate it, but I actually love it. It reminds me a lot, like the House of Atreus reminds me like of Roman soldiers, while the other faction, I don't remember their names, but they kind of remind me of the Vikings, because everybody's pale white. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not sure what their true motive was going to Dune and just fucking with the House of Atreus, but it seems like they were just raiding. Taking probably, they're probably just, fucking with them and then taking their resources, like what a Viking does. Maybe that part was a little bit of a reach, but yeah, I'm gonna just stick with that. They're Vikings. And also, I like how religion also plays in this world too. Like in the beginning, I guess, I don't know what the religion was called. It looked like, just Christians or, Orthodox Catholics or some shit. Coming to the House of Atreus and saying, yeah, you guys are going to be in control of the spices and, try to, deliver to everybody. And it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll do that. All right, so let's talk about if I like the movie or not. So, personally for me, I like the movie. I could see a lot of people not liking it. I see a lot of potential for this movie, but it didn't happen in this movie. this entire movie felt like blue balls. Like, it felt like this movie was gonna get good, but then it just stops and says, "Oh, we can't go that far. Oh God, guys, we gotta step back. I mean, this movie's gonna explode if we go any further." So this entire movie, it just felt like, oh, I could see it getting good. I could see a lot of ways getting good, but this movie never gets good. It's just, that's why it felt so boring. It's like, are we moving forward or anything? Like, it just felt like we're just standing still with emotions, you know? The only thing I could say is, wow, this is fucking great overall, is the action scenes. You know, when it comes to, you know, with the worm, when there's a battle happening, when there's a 1v1, those scenes were really good. But that's all we get. So this movie, like I said, it's like, I could see it getting good. I like it because of the theme and appreciating all the other stuffs that was inspired by Dune. Like especially with the voice. It's like, all right, this is the Force. Like, George Lucas, okay, yeah, George Lucas copied a lot of stuff from Dune and just said, yeah, this is my stuff. It felt like he was just copying homework from another kid, and then he got the credit. And also, like, the politics in that movie. And that's when I felt like, yeah, George Lucas tried to copy that, but he just flat out failed. Now, let's talk about characters. So, I like some of the characters. They do feel boring, but, you know, they're pretty good. There's not much to talk about. I did like Oscar Isaac's character. I mean, he felt boring, but it was like, oh, Oscar Isaac isn't just like the stereotypical ruler that doesn't care about his people or soldiers. It's like, oh no, he actually cares, especially in that scene, that worm scene, you know, when he tries to rescue as much people as he could, even though maybe it wouldn't be possible, but, you know, he cares about, you know, the soldiers. Duncan, played by Aquaman, I don't remember his name, but yeah, he was actually one of my favorite characters, you know, like, he was the only, you know, character that wasn't acting like everybody else, like they're in some type of play, you know. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna act like Aquaman. But yeah, too bad he's dead. It's like, oh no, come on, like, he was the only character I like, and they just killed him off in the first movie. They couldn't just wait it out until the second movie. Now, you know, it's based on a book, and he died early, but god damn, man. Oh yeah, another thing I want to point out, there's a lot of people that died in this movie. Like, there's side characters and main characters that died in this first movie. You know, it's like, damn, you just introduced me to this character, and then now he's just dead. I'm guessing, you know, that's where Game of Thrones got the inspiration. It's like, oh yeah, let's just fuck with the readers or the viewers and just kill people off, you know, as we introduce them a second before they die. All right, so Paul, the main character we follow, you know, he's not annoying, you know. He could predict the future. You know, that's a part of his voice powers. So yeah, there's not much to say. It's like, yeah, I mean, he's there. You know, there's nothing exciting about him. There's nothing bad about him. But yeah. Now let's talk about him predicting the future. So, yeah, it's part of his powers. But as a viewer, I don't like it because it just spoils what's gonna happen. You know, like, maybe they could say he died, but, like, you know, don't give us the exact frame and the exact like, scene when he's gonna die, because when it happens, it's like, oh, this is when he's gonna die. Like, you couldn't say, like, you're gonna die, but it's like, okay, when? Like, when he had that fake out of when he died, is like, oh, he came back to life and to kill all the rest of the people. Like, they couldn't just say, you know, oh, when he actually died. It's like, was he just faking it out? Like, is he gonna be back in the second movie? So, like, you know, maybe you could have had some, you know, suspense there, but no, you just flat out tell us, yeah, he's gonna die in this scene. Another thing I hate about that is that it keeps repeating a scene. It's like, oh, it's gonna be important. Oh, look at this crystal dagger. Oh, that's gonna be important. It's like, all right, you showed us this like 3 times already. Can you just stop? It's just annoying, you know. And they keep showing Zendaya as like, oh, she's gonna be a big part of it, and then when we see her, she only gets like 3 minutes of screen time. That's about it, you know. She's not in the movie that much. So yeah, overall, I do like the movie because it shows potential, but it's like you never see it. My brother had a great analogy. It's like biting on a sandwich and never completely ripping it apart and tasting the sandwich. Your teeth is just sitting there. It's halfway applying pressure to ripping it apart, but you're just sitting there. It's just like you're frozen. That's it. It's just. I've heard that this book is slow. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, it's not for everybody. The casual audience is not gonna like the book because, it's way more slower, I guess. But I was hoping in this movie they would edit or find a way to make it likable for a lot of audiences. But it felt like they didn't. Either the book is way worse, and then in the movie it's like, oh no, we fastened the pace because that book was slower. So yeah, I don't know if it's either that or it's just we couldn't figure out a way. This is the best we could do. So yeah, like I said earlier, this movie is very slow, especially in the beginning. It's all expedition in the beginning, just slow expedition. Oh my god! But if you could take that, yeah, go ahead and watch it. But I still highly recommend people who don't want to watch it to watch it if you have HBO Max. If you don't, I still would recommend getting HBO Max. Even if those day one movies don't come out, it's still worth it. HBO Max is a good service so far. But yeah, overall, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. It could have been higher if it went way more further. In my opinion. So yeah. That's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me Twitch, and Twitter. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you later. Bye.